Hope everything lasts. Okay, we are going live. Hey, your friend Diane, your friend Kim Acker is watching.
Hi, Kim. Good morning.
Kim's here. A lot of people are here, and it's a wonderful Wednesday.
And
hey,
it's 9:30.
It's 9:30. We are on time. We don't have charged microphones, so hopefully they'll last.
We might be screaming.
But the cool thing is that Diane's here, and this is much requested. Everybody wants to know how to make her ephemera books, and just look at the outside of them here, and she's going to show us all about it. Darlene says, wow, you're all early. Good morning. And Ruby's here. Ruby, we showed your card, and we really loved it. That was pretty fun. Tammy's in Colorado.
This might be our last Tim Holtz day.
We might scrape something up on Friday. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
We don't know what we're doing on Friday yet. But it could be our last.
Yeah.
Well, it's never our last
No.
Tim Holtz day.
No.
But it might be our last for a little bit. But speaking of Tim Holtz,
Been good.
speaking of Tim Holtz, Diane, why everybody's joining us this morning, let's hop on over and look at the dies. Should we do that? Do you want to record or do you want to show?
I can show.
Okay. Well, we're pretty excited. We got the new Tim Holtz Sizzix Chapter 3 release, and they are amazing.
Yes. We have sold out, restocked, and then maybe sold out again. So
So-
these are the 4 that we have in stock. This one is called Posto. And it's got how many dies?
Oh, a million.
49 dies. And it's $28.99.
And it's got that pointy hand that Teresa likes.
Yes. It's
She calls it,
awesome.
I don't want to call it the finger die. I think that's just,
That's what she
that's
calls it.
Teresa calls it that, but let's call it the pointy hand or something.
And it's got postage stamp dies, numbers, little inserts.
And those are made so you can
Labels.
cut a hole out of your
Yeah.
envelope. Diane, like your junk envelopes.
Yes.
That's right. Last time you were here, it was junk mail day.
And now it's like repurpose day.
It is. It's
So-
always great.
I think a lot of us staff got all 5 of them. Well,
The only one we're missing right now is the alphabet called
alphabet
Theory,
one.
and
Yep.
it's on its way from
Yep.
Sizzix.
so that's Posto. And
Love
then
it.
The next one, this was
Is that
I don't know,
Specimen?
this might be my favorite, Specimen. There are a lot of good makes out there using this one. And it's got the photo or the slide, photo slide. It's just the file card is not real big, but it sure is cute. It's going to be very usable. They made little mini folios.
Well, and I think
yes.
Teresa's. I don't know. I shouldn't have mentioned it because I can't say I don't know. But she's gonna. I think she's gonna make a little folio out of that file folder.
And each one, the 3 have numbers. So
Oh, I
there's-
didn't know that.
Yep. There's all 3 of these have numbers, and they're little, but they're very usable to put on tags and then this one is called Collector, and it's got really fun little. what
Those
they
little
call-
things are really nice to
Oh,
use your
yeah.
sidekick.
Yes. And tickets. These ticket dies match.
They match the ticket stamp, ticket booth.
Yes. The
And we
older
have
one.
ticket booth. We can ring the bell or Penny, would you mind grabbing ticket booth, the stamp set? Penny's on it.
And then it's got lots of labels, the coin pocket, the blue ribbon. This one has 45 dies. This one has 54
And they all work
dies.
really well together. I think
Yes.
that's why everybody wants them all.
Yes. He's really thought of everything. These little dies right here, cut, or you can use those on your tab here, or cut out in here.
Thanks, Penny.
Fit in there.
So Penny ran and got us the ticket booth.
Okay.
Stamp
so
set.
those 2 dies.
Here,
will
let me see if I can
fit
hold it here. The smaller tickets,
the smaller
isn't it?
ones, yes. So if you have that and you don't have that die,
It does have a ticket. There is a ticket booth die, and you don't have tickets on your name tag, and I do, but I don't think I can turn it around. Here's my ticket that Maggie made me
yeah.
with that ticket booth, which is pretty cool because it looks like a real ticket. I did it. I turned it around and showed it and
Yay.
flipped right back,
And we're back.
very professionally.
Okay, so those are the three kind of office-y dies. And then this one is labels, and it's got 13 dies, and it's called Vintage Labels. But it's really cool how they get the color on these. You'll have to watch the video, or we'll have to do it. You take a brayer and take your ink and go over the top, and then cut them out, and you get those beautiful
And
colors.
Teresa did that on a card. If we need to show yesterday's project,
Okay.
and then we might see that.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
that's pretty
Teresa is
cool.
going to be using these, and she's doing them all in Christmas.
Oh.
So I don't know if any of the makes from his makers did Christmas or not.
No.
But Memory
No.
Bound is.
Yes. No, they're a lot of fun. And the alphabet, like Kelly said, will be coming back in stock
Yeah, that's the one that we were short on.
soon.
Okay, and then, ooh, yeah.
Yeah, the bubbles are back in stock. This is one of his latest releases, and it's been very popular. I didn't think I needed it, but I think now I do.
And Teresa did use that in her
Yeah.
demo also with
It makes
Gladys.
awesome backgrounds.
So since we're on Tim, let's go look at yesterday's project really quick. So if you weren't able to join us yesterday, or if you did, either way, yesterday we showed the Jolly Santa stamp from Tim, and that was with Christmas in July and Tim Holtz, and combined it all together.
And it's
And
$24.99. But Kelly samples this
it
one.
was
I
so
just
fun.
keep picking this
Diane
one up.
likes the album. So if you haven't stamped on any of these little flip books, you can do that. And I actually stamped with archival ink, and then I heat embossed. It was pretty slow drying, so I had lots of time to get my clear embossing powder on
But
there.
it's amazing. If you can't,
Yeah, you just wanna go like
hopefully
this.
It looks as good in the camera as it does here, because it is really cool.
So here's the samples. They'll all be on our blog. Janet will be putting them on our blog so that you can see them and see a lot of different ways.
This is
that
you
was
did this
that
one
was
for
on
masking.
that was on the
Yeah.
fly.
Yeah,
Teresa
that's-
suggested that one.
That's a cool one.
So that was really good. And Diane, here's that label. Here's that label die, the vintage
yeah.
label. I knew Teresa had used it.
So she put the Uncharted Mariner around. and you
I
get
would
that
have
color.
never thought of Uncharted Mariner with the Viking. But Teresa did, and it turned out, oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, there's Maggie! That's the kind of stuff that makes Memory Bound Memory Bound. There she is.
Hello.
Maggie's
peeking
Maggie's
through
filling
there.
in our gooey stuff.
Do we want to show what's on sale in Tim Holtz?
Yeah, yes, we should. Everybody loves the new Tim Holtz dies. They're just getting lots of hearts.
We have a few things left that are on sale. Some of the Halloween stuff is still on sale. Some of the ideology is on sale, so don't forget to look that out. It is 30% off, and if you go to Tim Holtz week or series.
It's if you go to shopping, it's right there at the top of the page.
Okay.
Oh, we even got some little eyeballs there,
Yeah.
some Halloween things. Maggie did an amazing Halloween project demo for us. Okay, now the stamp I used yesterday, this one, Rest in Peace. I love that name. But it's very similar. Your Santa
Yeah.
would be your skull, and then you've got lots of little things you could use for backgrounds.
It's a really different one.
We even have collage paper on special,
Yeah,
and
the collage paper is really fun.
a couple of Halloween dies. Here's a cool adjustable easel to display your projects on. And then Maggie does have a few of these Halloween, these big etc. tags kits that she made, and they light up. They come with the lights, and they're $43.99, and you get a $15 Memory Bound gift card with those. So check out, if you're a Tim lover, check out our specials.
Yeah.
And I think, aren't these coffins on sale too?
Yes.
The vignette coffins are also 30% off. All right.
our Tim Holtz, one of our Tim Holtz displays. I think we have 3 of them.
Tim's everywhere in our store.
Tim is everywhere in the stores. So.
All right, we have a couple more new things to show, and including an exciting new glue. You know, you don't think glue is very exciting, but it is when you're a crafter. And should we show? You want to show Honeybee then next?
Yeah. Why don't I take over? You know more about those guys
Okay,
than I do.
I hope so.
Okay.
Well, first of all, an easy one is that the Happy Honeybee stamp set and die are back in stock. And Teresa used this a few weeks ago. It's on our blog if you want to see the cool things that she made with it. So that's Happy. And that's what we are here at Memory Bound.
Yes, we are.
All right, and then rainbows are really big, and especially right now, the summer, and we got in 2 more pieces of the Honeybee Rainbow collection. And this is Rainbow Accents, which are dies, and then the Rainbow Dreams are the stamps. And you can use these together.
Wow,
They're made so that you can layer them and make your rainbows.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And it's $28.99 for the dies and $24.99 for the stamp set. And Diana was really excited about these, and she's not here right now because she's away this week, but I'm sure she'll have some cool samples with those. And Diane, this is adorable.
Yeah.
This bicycle from Hero Arts, it's $11.99. It's so cute. So darn cute. I love it.
And if you're going on RAGBRAI this year,
Isn't that coming up soon?
It's usually the end of July. Yep.
Okay, so that's coming up. All right, then we've got in a new gem sticker. Now, if you know me, you know that I love the Honeybee gems.
He does.
And these are the typical ones, the original ones, Log Cabin and Birthday Bash. And we've had these, but they're back in stock. There's 300 gems for $4.99. Then they came out with these like faceted gems that are in different sizes. And this one's back to basics. Yeah, well, they've got the, you know, the little facets cut in them. So they're a little bit more sparkly, or they're a little bit bigger. So back to basics, and then Aurora Borealis. I don't know my science stuff. It's a space thing. And then I do know this one. It's Hugs and Kisses. So those are all, aren't those cool?
Yes.
And then there's the pearls, and we've had the pearl stickers. So you have your true pearls. These are $5.99, and you get 210.
And they're all self-adhesive.
Yes. And then you have your cool pearls and your warm pearls. And if you look at them together, you can kind of tell the difference.
Yep.
One's a little more blue, one's a little more brown.
Okay.
And now these are the new ones. These are spring pearls, and we have not had these
Look at
before.
those pastel colors.
So those are really pretty.
Little girls would love those.
And before we do the glue, let's show this, because speaking of pretty colors,
This paper is like
this is the newest craft paper from Craft Consortium, and this is the Ink Drops Rose. And let's look at the big one first, because you can see it so much better. So this is that paper that looks like it's kind of marbly, and it's got the gold flecks. And this is something that die cutting out of this, or using it for your background. I could see wedding pictures on here, anniversary, family pictures, which reminds me, Penny is bringing in her family album tomorrow.
Wow, you put gold mirror paper with that.
Oh yeah, that's
Gorgeous.
purple, so pretty.
Wow.
So that is $14.49, and you get 30 sheets of paper. So that's a pretty good deal for two-sided paper. And we have the same thing in the 6x6. So it's got those same pinks and reds and lavenders and purples.
Wow.
And that's the new drop paper pad. And Diane, where are these online under paper
They
pads?
are under 12 by 12 paper packs.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And if you just put in Ink Drop Rose, it should
Yeah,
come
or
up.
even ink drops. It'll
Yeah.
probably come up with some different
There's
choices.
several different ones.
Okay, the much awaited, the Barely Art glue is here.
So a lot of the bloggers that I follow on YouTube or video, whatever they do all their videos, this is glue that a
A lot of makers use this glue,
lot of
and
makers.
you know what? We couldn't get it for a while.
Yeah.
when the pandemic hit, they were having a supply shortage, and we just now were able to sign up for a wholesale account and get it. So I'm really excited, and we'll just show you. I opened up some boxes so you could see it. Our friend Cindy brought hers in and said we really need to get this glue, so we did. So this is the mini bottle, and you get your glue. This glue, it dries clear. It's acid free. It's strong. It's got all kinds of flexible, wrinkle resistant, clump resistant, designed to be tough. It's durable, and if it's frozen, it thaws. So we can carry this year round, and the art glitter glue we can't. So it comes with your glue, and then in your box you're going to get the little cap that goes on it, and this is a special cap because of the top, because you have a couple different tips, and Diane's going to use this in a little bit. But in this really cool little test tube thing, you've got your tips and then a stainless steel pin to stick inside your tip to keep it from clogging. And one is, that's a good one if you want to try it out. Smaller to handle. And the regular size one is $16.99, and it's got the same cap, the same tip. It's just 4 ounces instead of 2 ounces. So there's the difference. So if you, hey, give us a comment if you have used this before. We would love to know it. And then here's our little honey bear. So you can get just a refill, and this is $16.99 also. And I better check that because
Tammy says best glue.
$16.99. So a lot of you are maybe familiar with it.
Yeah.
He even has a little fur back here on the back of his head. When I mention it, it reminds me of our 7-month-old grandson. He's starting to get a little hair back there. It looks more like Grandpa. Okay, then there's a bundle, and the bundle's $34.99. And so what you're going to get is the 4-ounce bottle, and you get your refill, and then you always get your little tube of tips and your cap that you need. And in here is a little green, I don't know if you can really see it. There's a little green piece, and that's what you can screw on the top here just to close it up.
Okay.
So, and it has all the directions. There it explains the tips.
That's what I need right there.
And it's all online. We posted the tips and all the information. So
$34.99.
Thank you, Penny.
$16.99.
Vanna says $34.99 and $16.99.
Okay, Janet used that glue all the time. She says she loves it.
Oh, good.
Do you know how it compares to our glitter glue?
I don't. I know that we can get it in the winter because it doesn't freeze. Cindy told us, but I don't remember what she said. If one of them was a little thinner, a little thicker. I'm guessing they're pretty similar. And then if you need it, there's a tip kit. So if you needed, maybe you lose your tips, and it's $5.79 if you need that. That's that little tube with the things on the inside. And then there's a little rubber piece, a little rubber cap that you can get separately if you want, and you'll see this online. And Cindy really likes this. I don't know, I think you'd have to get used to it, but it goes around your lid of your bottle.
We'll show
and then
you open.
So anyway, that's Barely Art Glue.
Okay,
Yippee! Do you have some comments?
Yes. Astra, the best liquid glue out there. Absolutely love it. It is the best.
Oh, good.
Not
We're getting
be able to live
testimonials.
without it. It dries clear, dries quickly. It's the best. It adheres to anything and everything. It is the best, and the bear bottle is too cute.
I know.
Okay,
I
so
know.
that-
You could fill it up with honey when you're done with it, maybe.
Nikki, I love the bear glue. I'm excited that you will be carrying it now.
Good. I'm so happy to hear that.
Where is the bicycle die on the website?
Should we ask Chris to scan it for us and tell us?
And it's been out of stock for a while, so it might not be.
If it isn't, though, it will be. Chris will take care of it for us.
Oh, Janet just linked the art glue for
Oh,
everybody.
good. It's got its own category out there in our adhesives, so it's all together. If you want to try something new, sometimes it's kind of fun to try something new, then that might be a good opportunity.
It's under Hero Arts. Hero Arts, and it's
If you go to dyes and go to Hero Arts. Thanks, Chris.
With basket fancy dye. So there is the barcode and the.
I think we're going to have to get more of those.
Yep.
That's the size for a card or a scrapbook layout or
Yeah,
a journal. Lots of lots of things. Okay, Kendra told me that it's county fair time, and I had a whole pile of county fair stuff that I set down in our like farming and fair area, and I left it there like last week, and it's gone because someone put it away. Thank you, whoever that staff member was. And then I remembered when Kendra posted something about their county fair. So let's show this really quick because a lot of you might be participating, and we do have 4-H items, and we have FFA. This is neither, but this is a brand new paper we got, and I love this.
So cute.
It says grow them and show them, and then it's got all the little meat
my
cuts on the
God.
back.
That's cool.
So that's new.
From Scrapbook Customs.
And then we've got some more 4-H papers. And this one is two-sided. And if you go out there, there is a category in themes that's like clubs, hobbies and clubs, and or maybe it's 4-H and FFA. I'm not really sure.
Are you guys not hearing us?
And there's the FFA Creed. Here's some more FFA. So we have a lot of FFA and 4-H. And if you don't see it, just give us a call and we'd be glad to tell you what we have. And then we
a lot
have
of farming die cuts.
we have a ton.
State fair,
Here's one
fair.
that specifically says county fair. And then I thought we've got the red and the green tractors. I know some of you are red, some are pink, some are red, some are green, some are rusty. And then we do have the tractor pull. And here's a nice 4-H title. And then here's a sticker that just came in for county fair. So we do have a lot of items like that if you're got that going on right now and you want to document it.
Well, okay, so back to the glue. What is the consistency? I guess
Well, you're going to be using
we'll
it,
have
so
to
we'll be able to show
make
you.
comments when I use it this morning.
I assume that it's similar to like the Nouveau glue or the Art Glitter glue, but we just got it and we haven't really used it. I haven't used it at all.
Okay. Sorry about that. I didn't turn my mic on. You were
I was
hearing
afraid
me
it
through.
died because I didn't plug them in last night, so I'm trying to talk really fast.
You will never go back to another glue again. Wow.
Hey, I've got my notes here and they're written on a piece of vellum. I think that's pretty cool.
Art glitter glue is thicker, Kathy says.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Thank you. That's good to know. All right. So then we do have a new special going on. We added to our Christmas sale. So if you want to take advantage of our 40% off Christmas in July sale, they don't have it put out yet, but we added to that. All of the Happy Christmas from Carta Bella was added. And then what we also are doing, we're making room because we've got 3 new collections coming in from 49 and Market. So the Spectrum Sherbet accessories are 30% off. So it's everything but the paper is 30% off. So we've got the tags. These are the laser cuts, which are pretty amazing. I have these at home. I might need to get another one. The chipboard. And then there's these pieces that Maggie used, the frame sets that she used for her banners and her grandkids' pictures. Those are normally $8.99 and they're 30% off. And then we have the remnants are 30% off. The rub-ons are 30% off. I don't know if I'm showing you the back or the front. I'll flip them though.
There, okay.
So these are 30% off. And if you go online and go to shopping and new and 49 and Market Spectrum Sherbet, it's all out there, and it even includes, Diane, the washi tape.
Yes, the washi tape that I love.
So all the washi tape from that collection is on special. So we're just trying to make some room, and we had a lot of that still, so that's on special. And what else is on special is shipping. So today's the last day for our prime time for shipping special. And our shipping, if you haven't joined us this week, it's $2.99 for standard shipping. Your package goes out. We're not combining packages or customers or holding anything, but if you order online or call us, today's the last day to get the $2.99 shipping, which is a really good deal,
It is.
especially with gas prices. It's probably, even if you live here in town, it might be less expensive to have us ship it to you.
Okay.
And if you want to order a switch or a big shot, those are the exception, but they're only $10.99, and they're usually about $20 to $25 to ship. So, wow, I
State
think that's
fair items. We do have state fair paper.
We can get that out and bring it tomorrow.
Yeah,
Should we do
we'll
that?
have to. We
I'll
can
make a
show
note
all
of that. Let me make a
tomorrow,
note of that
so-
on my piece of vellum.
Okay.
We have a lot of state fair items, so, and we're starting to gear up for that because it's coming up.
It is. They say the Astra says the consistency is of the Nouveau glue, not too liquidy.
Okay, I like
You don't
that.
want it too runny.
And I assume it dries pretty quick.
Yeah.
So if anybody knows about that, let us know.
Okay,
It's new for us.
I think that's all of our.
Oh, I'm seeing some stuff under here to get out. Oh, Chris has something.
Well, with the switches though, it will still probably be a little bit more than the $10.99 because we do insure those.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll probably, we'll work that out then.
Don't want them to.
Yeah.
Okay, so and we mentioned the switches, Diane, they're going to be going up in price. So
Yes.
they're $264.99 right now here at Memory Bound.
Yep.
And the Sizzix is raising all their prices like everybody. So nothing bad about Sizzix. It's just what our world is right now. Even our paper is going up in price.
Yep,
There's
it
a
is.
paper shortage. I bet a lot of people don't know that. Diane, from looking at your table here, I don't think you have a shortage at your house.
Nope. Pretty sure I don't.
Well, we're just a little introduction. Diane's here. This has been requested
Several
quite
times.
a while, many times, to see her ephemera books that she makes. And I think, was it Cindy that started out making ephemera? So Cindy was quite an inspiration,
Yeah.
and as you can see, Diane took off with it, and she made me one for Christmas. And you guys, I yelled when I opened it, and I don't get excited like that very often. I'm pretty calm. But
Well,
anyway,
you
I
can
was
see
very
I have
excited.
a lot.
Yeah, she has a little bit of
So
a.
this was my first one that I made, and then I made several others. And now that this is a new design that I'm showing today, and I really like it. So I'll probably make more like the one I'm doing today. And it's a sewing one. You do not have to have your sewing machine.
I think a lot of people will be happy about
Yes.
that.
Now, if you have your sewing machine and you want to use it, I will show you what you can do. But all of these I sewed in, and I'll just flip
Yeah,
through.
flip through. Let's see it. Let's see it.
So this was the very first one I made, and I made it out of, I think I used
Was it a reminisce book?
It was a reminisce book, and we still have the two and three in stock. And you have to use a heavier paper. So I go to the back and I use the heavy paper.
So these books have the same design done in a text weight and a cardstock
Yes.
weight.
And this paper determined the size that I made.
So that's how
so
you
it's that size. So what I did is I put two papers together. Well, and I don't have one to show here, but I just kind of overlapped them. My cover is a little bigger than my inside pages, and I just put two together and sewed them down. So you can kind of see I overlapped them here. So I have 4 pages, 4 double pages, and I did not double this paper because it's pretty stiff.
Might double
Right,
it.
right.
Sorry,
And
I
I'll
got
show
an
you
itch.
how I doubled them. The paper, this is really cool paper to use. It's a little thinner, so you would probably have to double.
And
put them
that
back
is
to
the,
back.
Vintage
Yeah,
Emporium.
that is awesome
Oh,
paper.
that's the same company that the new Ink Drops
Yep.
paper is from.
It would make really cute ephemera. In fact, it's got its own ephemera. This would make a good cover.
And if you are sewing, I think it was Cindy that taught me that make your stitches a little further apart.
Well, on my sewing machine,
This right here, and you'd be fine.
yep, it kind of does that on its own. I don't have to do anything.
Diane has a special sewing machine.
Yep. But you can see I made different size pockets. Some pages I put 3 different ones. There's 2 smaller ones here. I kind of looked at the paper and kind of put my vellum. And the pockets are made out of a heavier vellum, which we have in stock. And it will work really, really good. And
So,
this,
oh, that is nice and
yes,
heavy. Is that
it's
40
just-
pound?
I don't know if
Maybe
it
it doesn't say on there.
But we have this in stock, so, and it's 12 by 12.
Is that online under specialty paper, or should we ask Chris?
We might have to ask.
Chris, can we ask you a couple questions? We also have somebody looking for the bubble stamp. Would you mind seeing where this is online, and the same with the bubble stamp? All right, Jan, don't worry about being off topic. We call that a squirrel moment.
Yeah.
And, Chris is checking it for us.
We have lots
She's all
of
over
them.
it.
So you can see I have different size pockets. Some pages have 2, some have 3. There was really no rhyme or reason how I did this first one. And then I sewed on every page, I sewed around the whole, well, no, I didn't.
About it.
Yeah, I thought about it. I think I just sewed it to sew the pockets on.
And the purpose of the vellum is so that you can see what's
Yes,
in your
and
pocket.
you
I
will
think
see
that's what Cindy
I
did.
made some with that. I didn't use vellum. I really like using the vellum so you can see through them.
Everybody wants it.
Now on this one I reinforced the bottom. I can see some of these I didn't. I just used a liquid glue on some of these.
Okay,
so
here
there's
comes
different
Chris.
ways.
Here comes Chris.
Okay, 12 by 12 in specialty.
Okay, so
Paper,
the vellum
yeah.
is under paper and specialty paper. And the bubble stamp.
Tim Holtz and Tim Holtz stamps.
Okay, so if you go to our Tim Holtz tab and go to stamps, and you'll find that. Thank you, Chris.
And then to put them together, now there's 4 of them that are done like this, and you'll see how I did the last one. I just punched 3 holes, and then I bought a wide-eyed needle, and I should have brought that. And then just, you can use this waxed
So that's the wax
cotton cord. Yeah, so it's very strong. So you just weave it in and out to catch them all, and then tie a knot, and you're done. So that's how I did these 4 albums. And you cannot, I suppose you can add more to these. You would have to take out your cording here. But this is the way I've done several of these. Then the next one I wanted to try using the 49 and Market black fabric tape, because it comes wide.
Is there 4 rolls?
There's 4 rows in there, and they're different
different
sizes. So you get 3 different sizes in here. And I used the wide. And this is very strong, and it's very sticky. So I thought I would find one with that, and it's holding really nicely. I did not sew this one down.
Did you put any liquid glue under it, or just?
I don't think
just
I
the
did
tape?
on this
And
one.
Wow, it's holding really
Yeah,
well.
it is. So, and then the inside is pretty much made the same way, except I used paper scraps for my pockets, and then I
And
put
just
little
notched them out with
Yep.
a circle punch.
And I guess I did use some vellum. This one is a combination of that. And it looks like I did 2 pockets. I have a lot of
She's like,
ephemera.
oh yeah, and I did this. Oh, I guess I did that.
I've had some of these made
Okay,
for a
so
while.
Did you stamp that?
Nope, that was paper.
That's the paper. Oh my gosh.
Yep. These are all just scraps that I've used, or that I've been keeping now, that I keep scraps, staff.
Hope somebody's watching.
Yeah. So that's pretty much made the same way, except the spine is using this.
Okay, they're still not seeing the bubble stamp. Chris, could you confirm that it's the bubble stamp is set up
It should
properly?
be. It's
I think Janet's looking for it.
make sure it's online.
Oh.
Yeah. it could have been taken out.
All right, we're looking for that.
Okay.
And Jennifer's here.
Hey,
Jennifer. She works at the school, so we get to see her more in the summer.
So these two are a collage. The papers are collaged
Okay, so it's
on.
different
Yep,
stuff.
these were left over Christmas from my Christmas things last year or 2 years ago. And then this one is the same way. And I used the white or the black fabric tape in here, and I sewed it. I would not recommend sewing. It really gums up your needle.
So don't sew
The fabric.
the fabric tape.
Right.
Or clean your
Okay,
needle
we're
with
good to
glue.
go now.
All right, we're sorry. The
Yep.
bubble stamp is available now. Chris fixed it for us.
And you can see this is a paper out of one of the Reminisce books. I can't tell you which one. You can use whatever paper you want to, and if it's a little thinner, just double them up. Use like heavier cardstock to collage on. Use a different like a plain piece of white paper to collage on, and that will give you some strength
Oh, and
too.
then add it.
And,
I was
yep.
reading comments, so I
And
wasn't
then
paying
add it.
attention to Diane. Sorry.
This one, I only put one pocket on each page because 49 and Market has all of the larger pieces, and I needed something for the my larger pieces so that it only has one pocket. And I did sew.
So you can customize.
Yep, you can do whatever you want. So again, I sewed the.
So you got the tape on the inside and the
Yeah,
outside.
I don't
make
think
it stronger?
and it does make it stronger. I really like the way I'm doing it now, but I will definitely use these. I will probably have one book for Christmas, or maybe 2 books for Christmas,
Or 3.
and then do all the larger stuff in one. Flowers and butterflies and all that will go into another one. I will get them all separated. So you can see I love using this variety of paper. Use paper that you don't think you'll use
Yeah,
again.
it's perfect.
It's perfect for that.
Diane, you might need an extra book because I ordered you a special pack of ephemera that's coming.
Oh, geez.
So you might have to make another book.
Speaking of ephemera,
Oh, she's got a little bit here.
so these are just, if you like ephemera and you want to add to your stash, there's just a few
Okay.
of my favorite
Here's some
things. This is the ephemera pack field notes from Tim Holtz.
Oh, okay. These are the field note snippets, so they're smaller.
Yes, and they just
They've got
probably have.
mushrooms and butterflies and little numbers and stamps and
Does
flowers.
it say how many are in there? Like
There's
a lot.
There's only 134 pieces
Okay.
for $4.49.
And if you like tags, this is one of Katie's favorite. These tags are really
That's the
fun to add to
salvage
your
tags.
stay. These are called Layers
Oh.
Botanical, and these have been out for
I have
probably
those, but I've
quite a
been
while.
hoarding them.
But it's got, well, you can just see. It's got 83 pieces, butterflies and flowers of all sizes. So if you're just looking to add to your stash,
Yeah,
and then of course
basics.
the 49 and Market die cut, the ephemera pieces are awesome. This is from the bike set, and you just get everything. You get tickets and frames and backgrounds, and it's really cool. And then this one is the new Meadows one that I've used some of this stuff out of too, and it's got lots of
Well,
fun
and the
stuff.
size in the 49 Market really vary. You'll have
Yes.
little things and you'll have
Yep,
big things.
Yep. And you have tabs, and I mean, they just have done
And those
a wonderful
that
job.
one has 78 pieces, and then the Viking had 73 pieces.
Yeah. So those are good to add to your stash. And then if you want some of the bigger pieces that I've shown you, this is the Vintage Artistry Naturalist, and it's got the book plates that Maggie uses and a lot of the different backgrounds in here. And you will see how I am using the packaging. So really today I'm kind of repurposing some things, which I kind of
Nice to do. Save a
so
tree.
I will show you what I've used for that. But this is another really good one to add to your stash if you need bigger background pieces.
And Diane, I just want to tell you that everybody is loving this.
Oh, well, thank you.
They're just totally loving it.
So my inspiration,
Do you want to show this one?
Okay, well-
or do you want to show it after you make
we
it?
can show it. This is the one that I'm doing today. I wanted to do a non-sewing one because not everybody has a sewing machine.
We appreciate
Yeah.
that for those of us that
So
don't want to get out our sewing machines.
If you want to sew, you can sew your pockets and sew your cover. But this one I wanted to make it a little bit different. So my inspiration for this was I went and I wanted something really sturdy for my cover of my book. So I found these in my stash. It's an old hymnal that I think one of our customers brought in. And I just gutted it. So I took my craft knife and just cut down and took the pages out, and I did not use the pages. And I didn't use this spine too. So really you're just cutting off the front and the back. And you can use any book, any size. This just happened to be
That's a unique
really,
size. It's really small.
it is, and it was just perfect for the backdrops that I'm using from Tim Holtz. It's just about the same size. The size of my pages inside is 6 by 10.
So you made them a little smaller than your cover.
The album is, well, I don't know, but just like a 1/4 of an inch on each side.
And that's a really great idea, everybody. So your pages don't stick out from your cover.
Right,
and
you
then
don't
it
want
protects
them. Yep. So if you want a strong base, you can use a book or you can use chipboard.
Oh yeah,
And
we
have
have some really nice heavy chipboard. In
really
black
nice.
or white.
Yep. And this is 50 point. I'm not sure what that means, but this is really heavy, and then this is probably not quite as heavy. And $1.99 or $1.50, so you can get black. And then we do have the natural color too. And I do not know where these are at. Chris?
I think the chipboard is under the paper
Specialty.
and specialty paper.
That could be. Will you see what these are under, please?
Thanks, Chris.
Make sure that they're online.
Chris is in the back madly packing your boxes. If you place an
And
order.
we're bothering her.
If you place an order.
Okay, so I had...
Jennifer said she used file folders for hers. So that
Yep.
would work well too.
You definitely can use file folders. So I had these 2 packages. I had bought the Naturalist,
Is that the
or
book?
the Curator's book plates, and then the Naturalist. So I had taken all my ephemera out of my packages, and I had these laying on my desk.
Oh.
You know, 49 Market does a really good job of putting
I know. Who would think to
design
make your packages
on
pretty?
their packaging. So I had 4 of them, and the first 2 pages here I cut them down, and I'm using, this one is a different one, but it had really fun background, as you can see.
But that's a package.
But this
piece of
is a
packaging?
package too, and I'm not sure. It's from a 49 Market one. But how fun is that? So I just cut it down.
Oh, I thought that was stuff in your pocket. But
No,
that
that
background.
is the back. So that's really fun. And then this one was from another one too. And then I
So
used...
check out your packaging.
Yep. So, and then I used, this one is like that one. This was a different one too. So they're very sturdy. They made great pockets,
And they're kind of
pages.
slick, so you can get your, maybe you should get your stuff in and out.
Yep. So that's, don't throw these away. You can always use them.
I never thought I'd hear you say that, Diane.
I know.
It's funny because if you aren't familiar with us or something, Diane does not save scraps, and she If you
I never
leave
used to.
if you leave your cup sitting out or something, it will disappear because she's always going around throwing things away. Okay.
But then I started collaging things, and that's what I did here on the front. Is I just went to my stash and started collaging, which I just absolutely love.
And they want to make sure that I get close-ups of everything. So I will do a good job with that, and I will also take pictures when we're done. And Kathy says, do you make demos into kits for people to purchase? And we don't have kits for because Diane used a lot of different things.
But I can sure help you.
Yeah, we
give
can
you
get
ideas.
your what you need for it. Okay,
I moved them
Chris
both
is back.
I moved them both to specialty papers.
Perfect.
Okay, so if you want the heavy chipboard for your covers, if you go to shopping and go to paper and specialty paper, and they are there.
Yep.
And then there's a question about attaching your vellum, but you're going to.
I will show
Diane's
that.
going to show us how she made
So
some of her pages.
So to make my cover, I just cut a whole bunch of pieces. I tore some, and then I put them on with collage medium with the collage brush. So I just kind of laid them all out.
So you use that for your glue. to
Yes,
attach
this was
them.
my glue.
And there's the collage brush, which
And I think I just started at the bottom and just started layering. I would put, the collage medium on the bottom and then just start gluing. And some I overhung, so then I just cut it off as I worked around. But there was no reason. I just had all these little pieces, and that's how I did the front and the back. And then I did do the inside covers too. These are a little bigger pieces.
So it's fun just to get
It is.
get
I
your
love
stuff out and just
collaging.
get started.
You can see it's a little pieces. So that's what I did and that's what I used. And then I did put a layer of collage medium over the top to give it a little bit more protection.
So if you were
too.
here and you could feel it, you could kind of feel that.
Yeah, and you can
that
kind of
coating.
see the brush strokes, but that really doesn't bother me. And then I inked everything with gathered twigs.
Okay.
So that's the front and the back. And I think I'll put something on the front, maybe a tag or something like this. Well, I was going to use this one. And I will put what I end up putting in
What's
here.
in there?
If it's Christmas or flowers and butterflies, but then I will know. And I'll do that on every
And
one of
Tammy
mine.
has a question. She wants to know if collage medium works like Mod Podge.
Collage medium dries a lot faster. The difference between matte medium and collage medium, they're both great glues, but collage medium dries faster. So you don't have to wait for it to
It's
dry.
a little, okay, Maggie has a really good, what's your thing that you say, Maggie, about Mod Podge versus,
Oh, I just
Maggie's-
say, distress collage medium, matte medium, it's more artist quality.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mod Podge is margarine, this is butter.
Okay, so Maggie just explains that Mod Podge would be like margarine, and the distressed collage medium or matte medium would be like butter.
Right.
So they both work, whatever you have.
Now, a tip that Tim Holtz, I got from Tim Holtz, when you open one of these with any of the distressed goop,
I like the goop word.
take a piece of saran wrap or plastic wrap, put it on it, and then put the lid on. It
that's-
will keep
thank
it
you.
much
That is a great
nicer.
tip.
And I've
I
been
love
doing
it.
that, and it makes your product last a lot longer. It won't dry out. Because
That's a good
sometimes you don't use some of this stuff, like texture paste and stuff. You don't use it a lot, so you want to make sure that it doesn't dry out. So
That's a good tip.
your tip for today. Okay, so now pages, I'm going to put together some more pages, and you will see. So another one, I'll backtrack a little. So one of the ideas I wanted to also implement in this book was you having a place for the larger 49 and market pieces, because there is some big background pages. So when I started putting this together, I thought, oh, I'm going to make a pocket
That
out
is
of
so
two
smart.
pages. So you will see when I put this one together, I just put adhesive around 3 sides. I notched this out, and you know what? These fit perfectly in here. And they stick out a little, but that's okay with me. At least I know that they're in
by
there.
notching it with your circle punch, then you can grab them a lot easier. So that's a great.
And you can see I kind of inked there. I ink everything. So this is a great place for bigger type ephemera. And back here I put in.
Oh, do you have another one?
So I have. They all have pockets.
They have the pocket.
They all have pockets, but I put some of the smaller ones and I just tucked them in there like that. So now I can see what I have.
Very
So I did make pockets out of all of them.
Julie's asking about the size, and we might have to grab a ruler.
It's 6 by 10.
Oh, 6 by 10.
So
it
these
depends
pages.
on the size of your book, really.
Yes.
If you're using a book, or you could cut.
Any
if you're going to
size.
use chipboard, then you could cut this and make it up to 12 inches.
Yep, any size. But my pages for this book, and most of them, are 6 by 10. The cover is probably 6 1/4 by 10 1/4, 10 1/2, and I just again made it so everything fit in this book because this was my inspiration to start. So what I did
Everyone's
is
going to be going and looking for old books so they can use the covers.
template out of just some scratch paper. So I'm making all the pages the same. So I have my holes already marked and my notch. So all of my notches, not that they have to be perfect, but it's just easier for me to mark it. And then I marked where
that little line?
those are where I'm going to put my pockets.
So you're going to put your pockets in the same place on this one?
Yep. Again, they don't have to be, and you can see in all my other ones.
Yeah, your other ones were random.
Were very random. Okay, so now I'm using the Tim Holtz backdrops now for my next pages because I don't have any more of the packaging. But these two
They're
papers
good size.
are for the next pages, and they're out of the Tim Holtz backdrops, which are coming back in stock. Now these are a little thinner, so I took a piece of white cardstock and I'm going to glue that on there. This is where I'm going to
we're going to use the Barely Art glue.
Liquid glue.
Thank you, Cindy, for
And
getting us going with
I'm
this.
just going to, and it comes out really good. Wow.
There's two different tips, and this, I believe, is the thicker tip,
is
which
a
might
little
be good what you want for this.
Yes. So you just kind of put it around like that. Put your paper over the top.
And this is very brave of Diane because she hasn't really used the glue yet.
No.
So Diane, you're doing something on the fly.
And of course I had everything inked already. I, have to ink everything even.
And Diane said that she used gathered twigs for her book.
I don't vary
your favorite
too much
brown
out of my brown. So then I would take my template here and I drew just a little notchy thing there and then the circles. Best tool ever, Crocodile.
So she's using the Crocodile to punch her hole. And if you were making several pages at once, you could punch several pages all at the same time.
Punches really.
The thing about the Crocodile, which I find funny but not funny, it sets eyelets, and when most people first get it, it's this top part where normally on a paper punch is where you would punch out your holes, but that's actually the eyelet setter, and your paper punches are over here on the side, and it's got a smaller one and then a little one that's a little bit bigger, like a 3/16 and a 1/8. And are you using the 3/16, Diane?
Is that the bigger one?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm using the bigger one. And then my notch, I used a 1.
This is 1.5.
1.5. You can use whatever size and just notch out.
Don't feel like
that.
If you've got a circle punch at home, you don't have to have a 1.5 inch. If you've got a 1 1/4 or 1 3/4, that doesn't. You don't buy a new one. Just use what you
works. And then, so this will go down here.
Okay.
And
Oh,
I
just put-
inked my
Whoops,
vellum.
I didn't have my camera on. that.
Okay,
now
I
we
inked
do.
my vellum. It really shows you where your notch is too when you put your
Yeah.
paper.
See, it makes it easier
Yep.
to see.
Now you can use liquid glue.
Did you use score tape?
I used 1/4 inch score tape. It's just a little stronger. So again, if you want to sew, you can definitely sew your pockets on. It's going to make it a little stronger, but score tape is pretty strong. And I've been using this, taking things in and out,
And it's
and
fine.
it's been fine. Oh, and I should have waited to punch my holes. So I'll have to go back and punch.
Okay, the score tape doesn't show. Is that because of your ink?
That could be.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that's a great adhesive. It doesn't
So-
really show.
So there's my, this pocket is 3.5 by 6. It's 3.5 inches deep. Again, you can make it whatever width you want.
Yeah, her other books is very random.
Yep. And this, the smaller one is 2 inches by 6.
And Diane's using her die pick to take off her
am.
back of her tape. So that's a good tip if you have trouble peeling the backing off of your score tape.
So I'm just going to mark here where, I don't think that mark is not right. So I think I went down right below the hole punch.
One thing I
Okay.
noticed about Diane's books, because I happen to own one myself, which was a wonderful gift, a lot of times if she's got a lot of little ephemera, she might put 3 of these, and she kind of sizes it depending on what she has. Now this book you're making it all the same, so that's different.
Right. So then this would be my top page, and then this will be my back page.
And you're putting that on a piece of paper off
Yes.
cardstock also?
Yes. And I will glue this on real quick. Boy, this comes out really nice. Wow.
Yeah. And Diane, if you're just joining us, Diane's using the Barely Art Glue. We just got that here at Memory Bound. We're pretty excited to have that product because it's one that we were unable to get for probably like a couple years. And thank you, Cindy, because we couldn't get it, so we kind of gave up. And then Cindy's like, "You really need to get this glue." So we appreciate that.
Okay, so there are my 2 pages. Now, this white kind of bothered me. So what I did is I cut a piece of what
Just
I
put a
had
piece
left.
there.
And now he would not have to do this.
This is optional.
This is very optional. And I could have just inked it, but I liked having another piece there.
So on her other pages, she doesn't have the white because I think you do you?
No, they
Because
were
she put
all
those, they were heavier, so she
Yes.
didn't put them on white
no.
paper.
I didn't have to use. These are much heavier than the backdrops for the Tim Holtz. Now the 49 and Market paper is heavy enough you wouldn't have to back that at all.
Oh yeah,
You could just use
Oh my
that.
gosh, you could do one just with
Yeah.
Viking or
Yeah.
Spectrum.
Now the paper out of this book you would have to back because
It's
it's a
thinner.
little thinner.
So like Diane's are all vintagey, but they don't have to be vintagey.
Oh heavens no!
You could make one bright and fun, maybe
Yeah.
for your Echo Park ephemera
Yeah.
or photo play.
And then those are the pockets for there. But I'm going to show you how I'm going to make the inside pockets. So all I did is I put score tape here, and score tape is like wonderful.
Yeah, we all like score tape.
Yeah.
If you haven't used it, it comes in
put it
about,
on
what
here.
would you say, Diane, 7 different widths?
Yeah.
The 1/4 inch is probably the best seller.
Yeah.
3/8 is very popular, and the 1/8 is popular for really skinny things.
And then we have like 2 inch, 2.5, or there's some really
And
wide
the
ones.
wider stuff you can use for your die cutting.
Yep.
especially if you're cutting little things in the sidekick. Works really well.
Okay, so I put score tape around 3 sides using my...
If you, on the pockets, this is my own question, on the pockets that you put in your other books that you sewed, you didn't put score tape on them, you just sewed them.
Nope, I just sewed them.
Okay, because that probably would have gummed up your needle a little bit too.
Yes, it would. Okay, so here is my back, and you can wait and punch your holes through all. I just punched them early. So there is my pocket.
We made a pocket. We made a page.
And here is your pocket for your bigger things. It's that easy. That easy. And
I think if
holes again.
you use your ephemera better if it's
Oh,
like this so you can
yes,
see it.
I had my ephemera in bags, in some tubs, and it was just a pain to try to find what I was looking for. So now I'm going to put my labels together, my, I don't know, my flowers, my butterflies, backgrounds. They will all be in some kind of an order, and that will be fun to do. It will take a while, but it will be enjoyable.
Well, and here's another idea from Sharon, because she used her Tim Holtz stamps and stamped white cardstock to make her ephemera book.
Yep.
And that turned out pretty nice.
Yep. Now, you might want to reinforce your holes, and I was thinking of this later, is to go back and put hole reinforcements on all of your holes.
You could either buy some sticky ones, or you could use your Elizabeth Craft
Yeah,
dies.
and I'll probably use my Elizabeth Craft die ones because I have that die.
And Diane mentioned to me yesterday too that you could change out your rings if you're.
Yes, you
if
can
you
have
get more
bigger
pages, you can always have bigger
Yes.
rings.
So the nice thing about this book is that you can add to it. If you want to make like 4 pages and then see if it's enough, you can always add more. So I have now 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be my fifth one. And what you gotta get your ephemera in here, and then you can kind of judge if you can add more. And then I will add those pages to that. And I'll probably even add a page back here for some of the other.
On it.
I did on some of them to make for some of the bigger ones. So there you go. That
oh my gosh! So you showed how to make it without a sewing machine today.
Yep. Or you can look at my Christmas one.
Let's look at your Christmas one. It's bulging.
It is bulging. So I will take some of this stuff out, and I'll make 2 probably. I have so much.
It's so fun to have this stuff.
Yes,
Collecting is part of the hobby, and when you go to
love
make
it.
your project, just get your book out and see what you've got.
Here's a pocket I made on the last page. I just crisscrossed. I made 2 triangles to make a pocket.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that is very cool.
Yeah, so just make 2 big triangles and
you could do
overlap
that
them.
on a scrapbook
Oh,
layout, or
Yeah, it's kind of a
That's
neat
a
way to
wowzer
do
for
a
me.
pocket. On this one I did 3 different ones, and you can see it sewed around each pocket. It takes a little time when you're sewing, or any time. Now this one I only have 2. This one I have.
This one's very random.
Like several little ones. I kind of looked at the paper and I thought, well, I'll put a pocket over this back, and then a little pocket
Sometimes
here.
the paper tells you how you're going to do it.
Yep. And again on this one, I put a little pocket there. It's just really fun. But so that. Those are my ephemera books.
Though, Diane, thank you so very much. That was amazing. And I apologize to people because I think the camera got off screen a couple times because I was busy looking at Diane's stuff. So sorry about that, everybody.
Use up your scraps. They make beautiful covers. I think all of these, this is out of the Reminiscence Christmas book, which we don't have anymore, but that paper is awesome for the
Hopefully they'll have
Christmas
a new one
cover.
this year.
But this is just using scraps. Those are full sheets, and these are just using scraps. So
there's
good way-
lots of ideas. There is a question, they want to know where you store these or how you store them.
well, that is an issue. I'm in the process of
An issue.
I'm redoing my scrapbook room. I had to clean it. I've done so many projects lately that I just had to stop and put things away. So we have the Tim Holtz, or I have the Tim Holtz cart that's got the metal drawers,
Oh,
the
sure,
wire
yeah.
baskets, which I love, and I really would like to get another one. It's got a nice top to it, and it's got two smaller drawers, and then a bigger wire drawer at the bottom. And these will go in one of the
Oh,
baskets.
that would be perfect.
Whether I sit them up like this or lay them, but they will all fit
Diane
in
has an
there.
amazing craft room. It's really amazing.
Thank
And her
you.
son-in-law built her desk.
He did. He's very
So
talented.
he's very talented.
So that's kind of what I'm planning now, unless I get more shelf space, which I'm kind of limited on. I think I will put them in one of the drawers. And if it gets too big, like this one, I had a rubber band around, or I will put a ribbon around it. But hopefully, since I have a lot now, they won't.
Maybe you can.
It won't end up that thick.
That one does look a little full, or
Yes, it
you need
does.
to make a whole bunch of Christmas projects.
Yes.
The only other question is, would the crocodile punch through your book covers? And
Yes.
it definitely
Yes,
would.
because it did. Because I
That's
used
what she
it.
used to punch
Yep.
through here.
Yep.
The crocodile, they say, the big joke, but it's true, is that it will punch through license.
Yeah.
And we did it once. Do you remember that,
Yes. Dawn did it.
Diane? Dawn did it, because we're always saying it even punches through license plates.
But now the new license plates are not metal, so
Oh, that's too
we got
bad.
to find something else. But it will. And it's pretty thick. This book cover is thick, and it went right through it with no problem.
Karen says we need a crocodile demo with someday, which is a great idea. We
Yeah.
can definitely do that. And then they're asking about the Tim Holtz craft carts, and we carried those. I don't know if we can still get them or not. We'll have to look and see if we can.
Yeah, but they're pretty. They're really nice looking. I love it.
They're a nice quality.
They
They're
are.
from the company that makes his ideology. So we will
Yep.
check into that to see if we can get
Yeah,
those.
if you
still.
want one, just call. We'll definitely check into it.
So
I can't even remember how much they were, but
I don't know.
they were. They're just a really nice
They've
piece
got like a
of
wood top on them and stuff.
piece of furniture, really.
Well, Diane, wow, I think we did it.
Okay.
We did it. One more day in the books.
Okay,
In the
well,
books, so to speak.
That's my last demo for a while.
That's Diane's last demo. She can go clean her craft room.
Right.
Remember, everybody, that shipping is $2.99 today for our distance customers. So if you want to place an order or give us a call, it's our last day for the $2.99 shipping. And that's been really fun. And I just want to say thank you to everyone that has taken advantage of that, a Memory Bound's prime time to get crafting supplies. And I hope you all have a super crafty day. And one more thing, Lori says you could put an eyelet in the book cover.
Well,
So you could
okay,
do- oh wait,
so
Diane's got something on that.
I wanted to do that, but my eyelets, years ago, they made longer eyelets back on, and I went out and I could not find any to buy, and I didn't have any in my
So
stash.
you have to make sure your eyelets were
long enough. The
fit
ones I
through.
had would not fit through here.
If you're doing chipboard, you might be able to use
yes,
an eyelet.
definitely. If you buy like chipboard like this, you can use the regular eyelets, and that's a really good thing. But for this one, I was hoping to be able to do that, but I couldn't.
Diane, I have to tell you, Gail made a comment. You ladies amaze me with all your projects. Wonder how you have time to do work, housework, run around, etc. And housework?
Yeah.
Maybe if I'm having company. So that's something I will hear later that I shouldn't have shared.
A lot of late nights.
Late nights, but it's stuff
Yes.
that we enjoy. So
Yes, it is,
Thank you
definitely.
everybody for joining us tomorrow. Penny's going to be here with her family album that she used, the Enchanted Autumn, Memory Bound's own collection. They're asking about the stuff that's on sale from 49 and Market, and that's the Spectrum Sherbet. I call it the accessories, like the tape, the rub-ons, the die cuts. All of that is on special for 30% off. And if you just go to shopping and go to new and 49 and Market Spectrum Sherbet, it's right there.
Can I have another tip?
Oh
quick.
wait, Diane's got.
Sorry.
Come over there. It's all right.
One more
thing.
Or
Love
quick
tips.
tip.
Love tips.
Okay, so when you're punching vellum, it doesn't punch very
Oh,
good.
okay.
Always put a back piece of paper when you're punching,
I didn't know that.
and it punches much nicer. It
So
will-
just like a piece
Yep.
of printer paper
I just
or
use
cardstock or something?
just a piece of scratch paper, and put it behind, and it cut perfect.
Okay, super.
That's another fun tip.
Lisa's asking about the honeybee lemon stamp set, and
Honeybee.
I think that's the one that Penny colored. Penny, do you remember the name of your honeybee lemon stamps?
Zesty. Bee Zesty.
Bee Zesty.
Bee Zesty.
It's
Bee
Bee
Zesty.
Zesty. Thank you. I think it's out of stock, but maybe we better check.
This one right here.
That's okay. If this isn't
This
honeybee.
is Bee Zesty.
This is what
that's
Penny
I
used.
use.
So we've got that one from Bee Zesty, and we have the Simple Stories from Lemon Twist. And if there's one from Honeybee, we'll have to look it up because I'm not sure about what that one is. But we can look it up and see if we can find it.
Tomorrow.
And, yeah, stay tuned tomorrow. Penny will help remind me because she'll be here tomorrow with her album. Diane, thank you so much,
you,
everyone.
everybody.
Have a super crafty day, and we'll be back tomorrow.